air in Delhi, and this time too our politicians are busy bickering. They have not disappointed us in how low they can stoop to, how tone deaf they can be. Yet again, it is Aam Aadmi Party versus BJP, this time over stubble burning not in Punjab but in Haryana. The Aam Aadmi Party claims it is Haryana farmers who are to blame, not Punjab farmers, when it is clear that farm fires in Punjab, particularly in the last 5 days, have completely spiked through the roof, including over 3,000 fires on a single day on Sunday. When will our netas pay for the price for this toxic air that Delhiites are breathing? Or is this just a seasonal issue, an issue that will be there for a couple of weeks, 3 weeks at best, and then it blows over? There is no political cost to pay. Whereas asking farmers not to burn parali is a politically costly exercise. It could cost any political party that is in power. Is that why our Neta class does not want to touch the most obvious, the most pertinent reason for pollution in Delhi at this time, but they're afraid to touch because of this political cost?
It's November 2023 and in Delhi we have pollution and politics going hand in hand. Because of the smog all around, the visibility is low and we are not able to see Jama Masjid.
Only those vehicles that are carrying essential commodities or are operating or CNG or on electronic mode will be allowed to enter the national capital.
आज चौथा दिन है जब दिल्ली गैस चेंबर बनी हुई है। आम आदमी पार्टी की सरकार में दिल्ली घुट रही है।
केंद्र सरकार दिल्ली को तो नहीं देती, पंजाब को भी नहीं देती फंडिंग, पर हरियाणा को लगातार फंड मिलता है पराली कम करने का, मशीनें खरीदने का, प्रदूषण कम करने का।
So as the air quality worsens, who has failed the people of Delhi? Delhi government has announced the implementation of what is called GRAP 4 measures. That's the Graded Response Action Plan at level 4, which is the highest. So what does this entail? What is allowed, what is not? Only essential services vehicles are to be allowed to enter Delhi. So if you're carrying fruit, vegetable, essential food, you will be allowed. There would be a complete ban on medium or heavy goods carrying vehicles. Also, there will be a ban on construction projects, including, the metro, highways, national highways. All of that will be shut until GRAP 4 is effective. Schools will be completely shifted online. There will be reduced strengths in offices as well. There will be closure of any non-essential commercial activities. The central government might even consider work from home for some of its employees. Now, earlier today, nearly 1,800 trucks were stopped at the Delhi border. About 150 large gear vehicles were also stopped and impounded. About 1,300 diesel motor vehicles were also stopped and impounded. This is all part of what is the GRAP 4 or the Graded Response Action Plan level 4 that has been implemented by the Delhi government. Now, the Delhi government has also announced the odd-even rule will be implemented starting the 13th, the day after Diwali. It will be there for a week from 13th to 20th because of the worsening air. The BJP has slammed the AAP government for bringing back the car rationing rule. That is part of our Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand's tweet of the day.
Hello, Moto.
So, Shehzad Poonawala of the BJP has written on Twitter that odd-even is like applying Band-Aid while you need surgery. How will odd-even curb the 3,000 daily incidents of stubble burning in Punjab? What has the Aam Aadmi Party government done for long-term solutions on vehicular pollution, road dust, biomass burning and industrial pollution? Just event management is all that the AAP does, and now we are stuck in a gas chamber. That's part of our Motorola 5G tweet of the day. But let me now put this into more perspective for our viewers, because clearly there is an obvious reason. I'm not saying it's the only reason, but there is an obvious reason for why Delhi chokes at this point every year. Let's take a look first at the political war of words that's been going on between AAP and BJP. This happens every year, but this time it's more profound because the Aam Aadmi Party, up until this year, was claiming that Punjab stubble burning was the single biggest reason. Now the Aam Aadmi Party is claiming that there is less impact of Punjab farm fires because Punjab is 500 kilometers away, whereas Haryana is just 100 kilometers away, and their farmers are burning parali or stubble. The BJP has slammed the Aam Aadmi Party and said that Delhi has become a gas chamber because of the polluted politics of the Aam Aadmi Party. The Aam Aadmi Party claims that Haryana and Uttar Pradesh farm fires have more of an impact directly on Delhi as compared to the farm fires that happen in Punjab. Now, the BJP has responded by saying that there were over 3,000 cases of stubble burning just on one day, Sunday, in Punjab alone. That's the highest single day number of instances of stubble burning. The Aam Aadmi Party further claims that polluting BS3 buses come to Delhi from Haryana. The BJP reminded the Aam Aadmi Party before coming to power in Punjab, the Delhi Chief Minister was blaming farm fires in Punjab for the pollution in Delhi. Also, let's take a look at the images that have been released by NASA on the farm fires in Punjab. While it is true that prior to October 30th, the number of farm fires was far less. These are NASA images that have been put up. This is prior to October 30th. There was just 1,030 farm fires. On the 1st of November, just between 30th and November 1st, just the space of a couple of days, it had gone up to almost 2,000. But suddenly, in that first week of November, by November 5th, and you can see the change in the red, how much more red this map is, and each red dot is showing you a fire, how much more red this map is compared to just about a week ago on the 30th of October. On the 5th of November, there were 3,230 farm fires, which is double, in fact triple of what it was just a week ago on the 30th of October. On the 5th of November, it's 3,230 cases. That is the highest in a single day in the history of Punjab. So, citizens are choking, our netas are bickering. The question that's being asked, and this is our debate topic tonight, again part of the Motorola debate topic tonight, who has failed Delhi?
Hello, Moto.
All right, so joining us on the big talking point this evening, Manjinder Singh Sirsa is BJP spokesperson, Jasmine Shah, spokesperson of the Aam Aadmi Party, Dr. Sanjeev Agarwal is former additional director of the Central Pollution Control Board, and Dr. Sanjeev Bagai is chairman of the Nephron Clinic. Jasmine, let me start with you first, because when you were not in power in Punjab, you were constantly saying that let us come to power in Punjab, we'll put an end to the parali burning problem, we'll use this chemical developed by the Pusa Institute, we'll provide deep cutters to the farmers. None of that has happened, Jasmine, and as I explained to our viewers at the beginning of the show, on Sunday the 5th of November, just yesterday, 3,230 farm fires in Punjab, which is the highest in a single day. What are you doing about this stubble burning problem?
Zaka, first let me share with you what is the actual composition of the air pollution in Delhi, and then we'll talk about the farm fires in Punjab. I am referring to no less than the Government of India's decision support system data, which shows that of all the contribution of pollution in Delhi, only 25% is coming from within Delhi. And as far as farm fires, it very clearly shows, the first graph here, that it is 20% as on November 5. So 20% of this air that we are breathing to right now is coming from farm fires. This is Government of India's own source contribution data. This used to be, Zaka, if you remember last year and the year before, it used to be around 40 to 45%. And that is where we have to put in context the contribution of farm fires. You shared only the daily data of farm fires. What is the most important data, Zaka, is that today, as on November 5, the total farm fires as per the NASA satellite data in Punjab is 17,400. Go back 1 year back, it was 29,400 until November 5, a 41% reduction. We are still saying that it needs to come down to zero. But from 29,400 to 2000 in 2022 to 17,400, you are seeing a 41% reduction in Punjab. Punjab government is doing excellent work. Farmers are supporting it.
No,
Definitely
Jasmine,
go down
Jasmine, one
further.
second, one
But the
second.
big
There is a bit
question
of
on the
clarity
table
there.
is
One second,
what
Jasmine,
is
please,
Haryana
please,
and UP
please. I think
government-
our viewers need to know this. There is a bit of clarity that needs to be provided in that figure, and that is the number of Punjab farm fires this year, post October 30th, has tripled, like I showed you. Whereas last year, the bulk of the parali burning happened in the last week of October, not in the first week of November. And the reason is for all kinds of factors. You know, there were delayed rains this time around. There were more rains in September. So the sowing season itself got delayed. So those are various reasons. But the fact is that by the end of this season, by Diwali or beyond Diwali, you will see more or less the same number of fires in Punjab as compared to what it was last year. All that has changed is that the peak season of parali burning has changed. Last year it was last week of October, last 2 weeks of October. This year it is the first 2 weeks of November. That's the only difference. The number of fires will eventually turn out to be the same.
No, Zaka, that's not true. I think we can do this debate again in the mid of November. Certainly, the entire season has moved by 1 week, and by November 6th or 7th, they were supposed to peak. What we are seeing now is the fact, and this is irrefutable, this is the satellite's own data. As on date, November 5, as compared to last year and this year, there has been a 41% decrease. But more importantly, Zaka, why are we singling out just the farm fires? Government of India's own data shows that today, as on November 6th, the contribution of farm fires to Delhi's air pollution and Delhi NCR is 20%. So the question is, where is the remaining 80% coming from? Why are UP and Haryana allowed to pollute? None of the action that the GRAP has recommended. Are diesel cars moving in Delhi? They are not moving. Are diesel buses moving in Delhi? Not moving. But you go to Haryana and UP, not a single measure is being implemented. Construction is going on unabated. Vehicles are allowed to ply unabated. All kinds of violations are taking place while questions are never being asked to Haryana and UP, and that is the problem.
No. The reason why those questions compared to the questions to Punjab were muted was because till last year, when you were not in power in Punjab, you were saying Punjab parali burning is the single biggest reason. Now you've conveniently shifted that to Haryana and UP.
No, this is data. Zaka, this is unfair. This is absolutely unfair. I've showed you like-to-like data. I've told you that as on date, 41% reduction
like I said, that is slightly disingenuous because the dates have changed. But anyway, let me ask Manjinder Singh Sirsa. Manjinder Singh Sirsa, you are in power in UP, you are in power in Haryana. Last year, there was a dip in the number of farm fires in Haryana, but this year, the number of farm fires has gone up again in Haryana. Why is it that if last year they could have brought down the numbers, this year they are not able to do that? And also to the point that Jasmine made, construction activities continuing unabated in UP and in Haryana, diesel buses are being allowed to ply. So you can conveniently blame Punjab, but what about UP and Haryana, which are much closer to the national capital?
Zaka, we have neither we have ever blamed Punjab, neither we have blamed UP, neither we have blamed Haryana. We have just blamed the Aam Aadmi Party failure, which is from last 9 years. बहाने पे बहाना, अगले साल ठीक हो जाएगा, उससे अगले साल ठीक हो जाएगा, उससे अगले साल ठीक हो जाएगा. When it comes to the pollution, then there is a press conference by Arvind Kejriwal, and God forbidden, this year you don't see any press conference by Arvind Kejriwal because he knew every year I have been lying on TV channels, continuously lying on TV channels. So he has no face to show on TV channel and come and say कि मैंने इसको pollution को ठीक कर दिया. This is the one man जिसने सब गिरगिटों के रंग को भी फेल कर दिया. आज चैनल पर आकर यही लोग पिछले 3 साल की डिबेट उठा लो, चिल्ला कर बोलते थे कैप्टन अमरिंदर सिंह जिम्मेवार है, पंजाब से पराली का धुआं आ रहा है. हम बार बार पूछते थे 500 किलोमीटर का धुआं दिल्ली में कैसे आ गया? बोलते थे आ रहा है जी. अब पंजाब में भी खुद की सरकार है. नाउ दे आर शोइंग डेटा. देखो जी 40% ड्यूज. मैं किसान का बेटा हूं, शायद इनको जैस्मिन शाह जी को नहीं पता होगा. आई मस्ट अप्राइज हिम दैट सीजन हैज डिलेड बाय ऑलमोस्ट 23 डेज. 23 दिन डिले चल रहा है ये सीजन. जिन लोगों ने जीरी लगाई थी वो लोग पिछले 20, क्योंकि सरकार ने फॉर योर इंफॉर्मेशन पंजाब गवर्नमेंट में नोटिफिकेशन जारी करके ऑर्डर पास किया था कि अगर किसी ने जीरी लगाई तो उसका मुकदमा दर्ज हुआ, और लोगों की लगी हुई जो चावल जीरी थी वो उखाड़ी गई क्योंकि आप लगा नहीं सकते, सरकार ने टाइम फिक्स कर दिया था. एंड फॉर दैट रीजन दिस हैज डिलेड. नाउ इट विल कम, द एग्जैक्ट नंबर एंड पिक्चर्स विल कम आफ्टर 5 days or 7 days. दैट विल बी द एग्जैक्ट नंबर. एंड सेकेंडली, But you are the Chief Minister of Delhi. Your responsibility is for Delhi. Your people have elected for Delhi. How come somebody is blaming every other day for every other fault? For dirty water, they'll say हमें हरियाणा से नहीं आ रहा, हरियाणा में गंदा पानी कर देते हैं. For dirty air, they said हमें पंजाब अब यूपी से आना शुरू हो गया, पंजाब की हवा अब ठीक हो गई है, अब हमें यूपी से आनी शुरू हो गई है. आप इनसे पूछें कौन सी ऐसी चीज है जिसका ब्लेम ये खुद मानने को तैयार हैं. दिल्ली की पोल्यूशन की जिम्मेवारी किसकी थी? दिल्ली को साफ रखने की जिम्मेवारी. देश में बहुत सारी और मेट्रो सिटीज हैं, उनकी जिम्मेवारी किसकी है? वहां की सरकार की है. किसी सरकार का बयान आप मुझे सुनाइए जो ये कह रहा हो कि मैं तो जिम्मेवार नहीं हूं जी, मैं तो छत्तीसगढ़ और मद्रास मध्य प्रदेश में चुनाव पे जा रहा हूं जी. जिम्मेवार जी पंजाब के मुख्यमंत्री थे जी, आजकल हरियाणा की होगी जी, क्योंकि हमारी पंजाब में सरकार आ गई जी, अब तो यूपी वालों को मानेंगे जी हम जिम्मेवार. Have you ever seen a chief minister running away from ED, running away from CBI and running away from the
before I
people
go
of
to
Delhi?
Dr. Agarwal and to Dr. Bagai, I think, Jasmine, you need to clarify this to the voters of Delhi who voted for you not once, not twice, but 3 times now in the last 10 years. And they're asking a simple question. You seem to be blaming everybody else except what is happening in Delhi. By your own data, if 80% of the problem of pollution in Delhi is within Delhi, why aren't you fixing it?
No, I did not say that, Zaka. I said local sources of pollution within Delhi are 25 to 30%. Remains comes from 70% comes from outside. That is not our data, Government of India data. And every single thing Sirsa ji has said, basically it means that they have no accountability towards the people of Haryana and UP. Today, out of the 50 most polluted districts in India, 20 are in Haryana. Greater Noida is at number 1. So they have no answer. They never say what they have done. Their only job is to blame game. सेंटर की कोई जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, हरियाणा की जिम्मेदारी नहीं है, वहां पे लोग मरे तो मरे. दिल्ली वी हैव अकाउंटेबिलिटी टुवर्ड्स पीपल ऑफ दिल्ली. आई विल टेल यू 5 थिंग्स बर्बाद कर रहे हैं, हरियाणा को भी कर रहे हैं, गुड़गांव को भी, नोएडा को भी. जैस्मीन, इट इज योर गवर्नमेंट व्हिच इज स्पॉइलिंग गुड़गांव आल्सो एंड नोएडा आल्सो. 50%. You are responsible for Noida also, you are responsible for Gurgaon also. Over the last 8 years, pollution in Delhi has reduced by an average of 50%.
Neighborhood also, and this gentleman Arvind Kejriwal has polluted the entire NCR.
Haryana and UP
you should be aware of this, Jasmine Shah.
Every time they will
the
come
entire
on
NCR has been polluted by none other than Arvind Kejriwal.
Look, let's not talk over each other. We won't be able to understand what either of you are saying. But let me go to Dr. Agarwal and then Dr. Bagai. Dr. Agarwal, as somebody who's been closely associated with the Central Pollution Control Board, now my point is there may be a number of reasons, number of causes for Delhi's pollution, vehicular pollution, construction dust, and of course now this stubble burning. You know, the problem that's happening is because of this multitude of problems to tackle in order to clean up Delhi's air, we're ending up tackling nothing, saying this is more responsible than that, Punjab is more responsible than Haryana, Haryana is more responsible than UP. Ultimately, we are not attacking any of these problems, all of which contribute to Delhi's pollution. And that is the tragedy that's happened in the last 5-7 years. Dr. Agarwal.
I just want to say my points, 2 points. One point is that we are always talking about that the pollution in Delhi, although pollution in Delhi is there. But what I mean to say that pollution is also in Punjab, pollution is also in Haryana, pollution is also in UP. But my point is that when the Punjab government, I worked for more than 25 years on this particular problem in Punjab also. I myself has visited in the field and find very critical pollutants which are coming out through the burning. And it is true that the NASA pictures which we have collected 10 years ago, that is also clearly evidence that the pollution is coming from Punjab. I would say Parali is also burned in Haryana and Parali is also burned in UP, but it's very, very less quantity. So what you said that the fires are more in Punjab, that is true. First thing. Second thing is that the government of India has given a lot of funds from the center to take care about the Paralis, to rectify the problem, to use the technologies, not to allow to burn the things, burn the Paralis, and I think this can be solved the problem. So
no, but Dr. Agarwal, where is all of this? There were supposed to be these deep cutters that will cut from deep within the ground in a way that the stubble is removed. We haven't seen any of those machines out in the fields of Punjab. There was this liquid, this chemical, which the Chief Minister famously said, Pusa Institute has developed it, 5 minutes mein problem khatam ho jayegi, usko aap laga do kheton pe, and then the whole thing will disintegrate. We're not seeing any of these chemicals. Where is all this money? Where are all these solutions? It's certainly not out in the fields.
It's not actually what you said, right? It is not the solution. Basically, we should not blame to each other. We should fight for the human being. What my scientific evidence is that the parali is the reason. Because of the winter season, more paralis are burned, and then more problem will be in Delhi. Also, this partly contributing from Haryana, partly contributing from UP. I don't say that completely from Punjab, but because of more fires, this is the problem.
Okay.
As you said, the contribution, the lot of money has been given for controlling the or converting into the biochar this particular paralis. But I don't see anything which where it has gone. The money has already given by the state governments, and then CAQM, Commission for Air Quality Management, has taken a drastic action on that.
Okay, so let me ask Dr. Bagai, and I'm sure, Dr. Bagai, there must be a sense of deja vu for you as a practicing doctor. Every time at this season, whether it's late October, early November, when your patients come to you, and the hardest part is, children who have respiratory problems, how do you tell them the same, it's the same problem. It's not like they're coming to you with a new problem. Respiratory / bronchital problems at this time of the year, we know what the causes are. What are you advising them, and how do you advise them the same thing for 5 years, 10 years? Because the problem simply refuses to go away, because none of our elected representatives want to seem to do something to make that problem go away.
Good evening, Zaka. Good evening, everyone on panel and all the viewers. I think very clearly what has been depicted in the last few years, and more so this year, because the pollution has been just through the skies, is that pollution is an abandoned baby. And the mistakes being committed now and in the past few years are of catastrophic proportion, monumental errors. And this is actually amounting to disease, mortality, and death. I think we need to get our act together. There is, I agree, there is no point in blame game, but I think we need to see visible results. So what we do is we are seeing almost a 50 to 100% increase in respiratory symptoms, skin allergies, eye infections, ear infections, pneumonias, bronchitis, exacerbation of bronchial asthma. Just a few statistical points which will drive home my point is that even 1 microgram increase in either PM 2.5 or NOx or SOx or ozone, activated ozone, can increase the mortality, cardiac mortality by 4 to 8%. That is huge. When you're looking at arrhythmias, you're looking at hypertension, strokes, you're looking at wheezing, chronic obstructive lung disease involving the pregnant women having the genetics of a new unborn child damaged to be born with cancers of the lungs, the brain, the heart, being involved, the kidneys being involved, the mental health issues, and so on. And the list is huge. What we need to see is visible results on the ground, which unfortunately we've not seen. I'm not playing any politics because that's not my core domain. But we want to see results. We need clean air to breathe. I, Zaka, in my own practice in the last few days, have seen newborns being discharged on day 3, day 4 of life, coming in with wheezing and bronchitis. Are we being fair to the next generation? Is this what we are leaving behind? And let me put it very clearly. We all travel through Delhi. The road dust is huge. Jasmine, I would really request you and urge you to have punitive action against the guilty. We know that the construction norms are being openly violated and flaunted. Even as we speak, if you drive down in the major residential colonies, in a place like Vasant Vihar, and I must mention this as a case example, I have taken the association to court because they have felled more than 500 trees. The matter is sub judice in the High Court and the tree officer. I request you to take most action, Jasmine. Hold the guilty responsible. We destroy the environment today, our kids will not live well and not live long in the next few years.
So, Jasmine, there were supposed to be these dusting machines, automatic vacuum cleaners. The smog tower that was installed with much fanfare a few years ago at the cost of 23 or 25 crore rupees is today defunct. It's not working. I mean, surely either this problem is not being taken seriously, or this is a dispensable problem by a chattering class. So it's not a vote bank. It's a seasonal problem. It's there for 2, 3, 4 weeks, and then everybody forgets about it.
Not at all, Zaka. I think all of the panelists here agree that air pollution is a regional problem of Delhi NCR. Delhi as a city occupies only 3% of the landmass of Delhi NCR, and which means that all of us need to take actions in our respective domains. As far as Delhi government is concerned, suggestions are always welcome. We can always do more, but some substantive actions, Zaka, have been taken in the last 8 years, which Haryana and UP have not even started. And that is the disparity I'm pointing to. My point is not to do any political blame game. I only request via that Delhi can act on 6, 7 measures in a big way, but Haryana and UP don't have any answer. Number one, we have shut down all our thermal power plants in the last 8 years. Number two, we have increased our buses, the fleet of buses from 5,000 to 7,500, which is a 50% increase. Haryana and UP have not added a single bus. We have the most progressive EV policy, Zaka, today in the entire country. 17% of all our newly registered vehicles are EVs. I challenge Mr. Sirsa to say that how much percentage of his vehicles are EVs. No DG sets are running in Delhi. There is 24/7 electricity. That was not the case earlier. UP and Haryana, you see 6 to 8 power cuts. Big residential complexes are running on diesel generators. All our registered industrial units, Zaka, have shifted to clean fuel, piped natural gas. But if you go to Haryana and UP, you see this polluting chimneys, no action being taken. So my point is that let's compare apple with apple, orange. AAP's government is completely accountable for all the actions we are taking within Delhi. And I've listed 5, 6 measures. Let him also say what have they done in Haryana and UP.
सिरसा साहब, आप भी बता दीजिए कि इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स का क्या प्रोपोर्शन है, डीजल व्हीकल्स का क्या प्रोपोर्शन है, पोल्यूटिंग इंडस्ट्रीज के बारे में आप क्या कर रहे हैं. I mean, let the people of Delhi know and let them decide कि किसकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, किसकी जिम्मेदारी है और कौन क्या कर रहा है इस प्रॉब्लम को सुलझाने में.
अच्छा हुआ Zaka, one thing is good now here, Zaka. At least somebody on your TV channel is admitting his failure and by saying कि हमने तो नहीं कंट्रोल किया, अब यूपी और हरियाणा वाले कंट्रोल कर लें. वोट दिल्ली से मांगेंगे, कंट्रोल यूपी हरियाणा करेंगे. बट एज फार एज योर फ्रेंड इज कंसर्न, उन्होंने ये नहीं बताया कि दिल्ली में जो वो बड़ा उछल कर बता रहे थे अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, हमने जी हवा को साफ करने की मशीन लगा दी है जी. अब ये मशीन चलेगी जी और दिल्ली की हवा को साफ करेगी जी. वेयर इज दैट मशीन नाउ? जैस्मिन, लेट मी फिनिश इट नाउ. आई नो ना, बिकॉज़ नाउ यू
one second, let him finish. You asked him a question. Let him respond, please. Please, yeah, let him do that. Please allow him to.
He is not unable to face my question.
Yeah.
See. So, Zaka, you ask a question कि उस मशीन का क्या हुआ, जो एयर प्यूरिफायर लगाए थे उनका क्या, वो बंद पड़े हैं. और क्यों बंद पड़े हैं? कह रहे हमारे पास पैसे देने को नहीं है. पैसे कहां गए? वो जी अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के घर के ऊपर 75 करोड़ रुपया लग गया ना जी, इसलिए अब हमारे पास पैसे नहीं बचे. अब दूसरी बात, अब ये कहते हैं इलेक्ट्रिक बार, ये कह रहे वी हैव एडेड 7,000 बसेस, और बसेस ही सबसे बड़ा पोल्यूशन का कारण है. आपको केंद्र सरकार ने इलेक्ट्रिक बसेस दी, लेकिन आप अपनी खुद की कोई इलेक्ट्रिक बस नहीं ले पाए. दैट इज द सेकंड बिगेस्ट फेलियर ऑफ योर पार्टी. थर्डली, जितनी दिल्ली की इंडस्ट्री थी, आपने उस इंडस्ट्री को आउट दिल्ली से शिफ्ट करना था. वो आज तक भी इंडस्ट्री के लोगों को उनका घर नहीं मिल पाया. इट इज नॉट शिफ्टेड आउट. एंड फोर्थली, जो मेट्रो एक्सटेंशन थी, जिसको आपने तो काम कभी शुरू किया ही नहीं, वो मेट्रो एक्सटेंशन का काम आज तक बंद पड़ा है. अगर आपने वो काम किया होता तो दिल्ली का पोल्यूशन ये ना होता. एंड फिफ्थली, बड़े इंपॉर्टेंटली, जिन्होंने कहा इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स, आई मस्ट टेल माई जेंटलमैन फ्रेंड that these electric vehicles concept has been bought by none other than the government of India, by Narendra Modi, by Gadkari ji. What is your contributions towards that? क्योंकि जो भी काम केंद्र की सरकार अच्छा करे वो आपका. एंड आई मस्ट प्राइज थिंग वन थिंग टू माई डियर फ्रेंड जैस्मिन शाह, दैट इफ यू रिमेंबर जस्ट 10 days बिफोर दिस AIQ level, योर मिनिस्टर आतिशी वॉज गिविंग अ स्टेटमेंट ऑन ट्विटर एंड ऑन टीवी. हमने दिल्ली के पोल्यूशन को बहुत नीचे ले आए हैं. देखिए आज दिल्ली कितनी साफ है. तब तो आपने नहीं कहा कि जी दिल्ली का यूपी ने साफ करके दिया, दिल्ली का पानी और हवा. तब तो आपने नहीं कहा. जब आप फेल हो जाते हैं तो आपको मोदी जी भी याद आते हैं, आपको एलजी भी याद आते हैं, आपको खट्टर भी याद आते हैं, और आपको योगी जी भी याद आते हैं. लेकिन जब आपको क्रेडिट लेने की बात होती है तब हमारे अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने किया. आपके अरविंद केजरीवाल एक बिगौड़ा है. सीबीआई से, ईडी से, हवा से, पानी से दिल्ली गंदी की, दिल्ली का पानी गंदा किया, और अब दिल्ली में करप्शन से दिल्ली को तबाह करके लोगों के बच्चों की सांस खींच रहे हो.
The tragedy over the last 10 years or so, since Delhiites have been facing this problem, is this whole political back and forth bickering, tu-tu, meh-meh that happens between Aam Aadmi Party and the BJP. the first thing that we need is to come to a consensus on what needs to be done on a war footing. I have personal first-hand experience of how this was changed in some of the other global cities. It is not a difficult problem to contend with. It is not. It is an easy problem to deal with, provided everybody is on the same page. And it does not, and it should not have to take so much of political bickering for some common sense solutions to the air problem, particularly at this time of the year. We'll leave it at that. Let's see